The Beast returns. Bray Wyatt is here. The flagship is still box office. Other promotions, beware. Raw After Show starts right now.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Oh, my goodness gracious, man. Man, I love WWE, man. I do, man. I love Flash.
It sounded like you woke up from vacation or something.
I love them so much, man. Listen, I'd like to welcome everybody in the chat and everybody all across the world to the WWE Raw AfterBuzz After Show. By my full panel, my whole crew, the fam is here. Everybody's locked and loaded. I'm gonna start to the far left, man. Coiffed hair, chiseled jaw, Chi-Town's finest, the Polish superstar.
That's true.
Jim Alexander, RealTalker.com. What's good, boy?
Hey, that's what's good. You know what's good. It's been a busy weekend, you know?
Yeah, bro.
Doing lots of...
Moving and shaking.
Yeah, well said.
And right next to him is the man, the myth, the legend, comedic extraordinaire, man. Drove all the way down to Tempe just to practice his craft, man. That's how you do things, man. New York's finest.
Thank you so much.
He's bald by choice.
Sometimes. Most times not.
Flobo Blaze,
what's going on, man? I'm so glad to be here. I'm hyped, man. SummerSlam season's happening. Favorite time of the year.
I feel you on that, man. And next to him is my girl, man. Listen, birth season is upon us.
Yes.
Several birthday events. It stretches out. I hear 60 days and 60 nights.
Tell the app or something, man. Just keep all track.
For real, man. She sends e-bites with 600 reminders. You better get your ass to that event. The hardest working woman in show business, man. TK Trinidad.
Let's talk about it.
Thank you guys for coming to my birth season event. We talked wrestling. We talked a lot of stuff. We talked a lot of wrestling.
That's cool.
You missed out, Flobo.
I know, I did. I was on an after show. I'm sorry.
He's out there until like 12:30.
I didn't know that part.
Yeah, before I get started, I want to shout out my very, very amazing, incredible, spectacular chat roll, man. You guys are the best, man. You know Dan. I got Rocky Empire in there. Bosa. Okay. Who's this? AKW Beats. What's really good? Dylan Matthews, all the way from Australia. What's really good? Yeah. Flobo's in the chat. Shout out to Flobo.
Hey, what's up?
Yo, DJ Sip, Uncle Murph, what's good? And I have found out, I have it on good authority, Farmer Nick is a farmer.
What?
I know.
What kind of farmer?
Farmer, I don't. He has crops. He has.
What kind of farmer?
It's not what you're thinking. He has legitimate crops.
Oh, for real? Farmer Joe, hooks up. I need some crops. I need some vegetables.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So I'm gonna get it started. Like I said,
shout out to Heidi Mackenberry Mac.
Yeah, what up? Before I get started, I want to go across the room, start with my man DJ Jim Alexander. Yeah. Give me a letter grade for Raw tonight.
B plus possibly. Yeah, it was solid. I just think they messed up on the main event who they selected for the top.
We'll definitely get to that. Flobo.com.
Yeah, I'm going to say Flobo.com. I'm going to say B plus as well. I say it every week. No, I'm going to say B plus too, man. It's definitely we're moving in the right direction for Raw and the Raw brand. We're seeing a lot of new guys, or like not so much new as far as like their skill, but definitely their position in the company, getting some screen time, and then some long wrestling matches, all rolled in a good package. So.
Yeah.
I would give it an A-. The reason being was that this was one of the, in the last few weeks, the Raw where you were actually like, oh damn, like there's a lot of surprises, and you're seeing a lot more individuals that we haven't seen for a minute.
True.
That have been in the locker room, like they're not new. They've been there, so it's just nice to see a lot of people. So obviously they're revving up for SummerSlam. So I give it an A-. Like I was excited about this.
Yeah, solid A for me, man. It was the last. It would have been A plus, but the choice for the main event. I thought it was amazing. There was a lot of wrestling. There was a lot of wrestling matches. There was a lot of tag team going on. There was a lot of. There's a great women's match. There was a lot going on that I really really enjoyed. But I want to get started with Paul Heyman coming out with the newly crowned box office Brock Lesnar, because I always tell you, me and Jim always talk about it. Yeah. Box office always prevails. All the fans booing, all the fans getting tired of Brock Lesnar, all this fatigue. When that music dropped last night, the crowd was like, they felt some type of way.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. You guys know I'm a Rollins guy. I've gotten bored of him. It felt refreshing to see Brock back and actually take that title. Because with Rollins, they're booking him like we've talked about, undefeatably. I mean, they booked him like they booked Brock. He's going over everyone. He's untouchable. And there's something about him now with this Becky thing that's off. He's just not that entertaining or exciting. It seems like she's leading the promos, and she's more over than him. Something about Rollins, I'm not sure what, but he's gotten stale.
Can't put your finger on it.
We need Brock to take that title away.
Flo B2.
I'm not a fan of Brock with the title, without the title, but I will say I agree with Jim.
Whoa. You can't just gloss. You can't just gloss over that hot take.
Fair.
You say you ain't a fan of Brock with or without the belt. You can't just gloss.
I'm not. I was going to agree with Jim, but I'll stop that first.
Yeah, you can get to that later, because that's crazy. I just want to hear it.
Brock Lesnar is what you say. He's box up. He's a machine. He's on multiple sports. Like I think Corey Graves said it himself, the most decorated combat sports person of all time. I just remember Brock in his prime, and I don't like the shell of Brock now. The guy that doesn't want to try anything but a suplex. The fact he stopped training his legs. The fact that he gets blown when he walks to the ring. To me, I feel like when people say, hey, so this legend should stop, I feel that way about Brock. He should be slowing down. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying he's bad or he's garbage. Just
I don't know about slowing down.
Yeah, I just feel like, man, Brock in like 03, 04 was like another level.
Did you really just go back 16 years?
Yeah, I think so.
But 16 years ago is faster.
Fair.
Flo, I'm just saying we slow down, bro.
Yeah,
I know.
You had some good angles back then.
2003.
I just feel like, this
It's
the
gonna
bloated
come.
Brock, the bloated Brock is just
It's not there yet. It's gonna come. It's like, it's a father-son type thing. Father-son, he starts off, they're playing ball. The father, I shouldn't say good father. I'm not even gonna speak on parenting skills, but the father's gonna just keep beating him.
Okay.
Keep beating him. One day, the son's gonna beat him legitimately.
Sure.
Right? And Brock is that father who's like, he's not there yet, but he can still hold his own.
Yeah.
And on top of that, the attitude, like it just blows my mind that he might disappear for a couple weeks, have a belt, chilling on the farm in Canada, don't have a phone. You have to figure out how to get him someplace.
Messed up, Pop. Yeah.
But it's one of those things where it's just like the whole aura of him is so amazing that he can get away with this.
It's true, man.
Listen, the title disappeared with Rollins holding it. It felt like it was gone. I'm a Rollins guy. It just, for his last run, I don't know, maybe the way he started the run by beating Brock the way he did at WrestleMania, which was cheap and it wasn't well booked, but his run has been underwhelming. I don't know if it's the opponents he's faced. They booked him really strong, but he hasn't gone over anyone major. There wasn't that wow moment with him or that wow feud with him. That AJ Styles could have been that feud, but they messed that up, like I said, from the early on. They should have saved that for later, and now we kind of had a mediocre, below average Rollins
very,
run.
very
And
strong
I think the reason why
comments.
people cared about Brock last night, to my point, was we basically got a double date, couples date match. And the thing is, we love all four competitors involved in that match. You love Baron Corbin more than anybody else on the planet, but that match to me was unnecessary. So when it was over, it was like, okay, something different. And I think that's why we got the pop, not because it was
interesting.
Yeah,
I'm not the fan of Becky and Seth like that. I mean, like,
look right.
I kind of like that they acknowledge it, but again, there's like a new relationship.
Is it a booking problem, or is there actual uncomfortable? They're kind of uncomfortable.
They don't have any
working
chemistry
with each other.
Real life fake. They don't have any chemistry.
I agree. There's something kind of like friendish. They're too friendly, like too much of a buddy type of thing. Not much. Like I said, more PA, more romance. I don't see it from a romance guy. I know what's romance
But
about.
that's the thing, though. Like their relationship is new. Like if you,
hey, listen, I have new relationships, and
I
you still gotta have chemistry.
You gotta have chemistry. You gotta have that.
Yeah,
fire.
but there's chemistry where there's chemistry where you're by yourself, but now you're in front of thousands of people on national, international TV. It's a little bit different.
It shouldn't be that hard though if you're really with somebody you really care about them.
Right.
It should be
it's
seamless.
Awkward.
Though.
Something about it's awkward. Like his run.
That's
with
what
the
I'm trying to say. It's just it looks awkward.
Yeah,
sure.
They don't look like they're together.
Yeah.
It's
I agree.
weird, man.
Yeah, I feel it's more of a storyline than an actual thing when it's actually a real thing. I know it is a real thing, but
right. So because
they're booking a relationship here, basically.
Yeah,
like that's what it feels like.
Because what do you put your women's champion? We talked about this a couple times on all the shows. The Raw Women's division has been so depleted that you have a women's champion that's so strong, but no one to fight with. So you got
no, they had someone to fight with. They buried her 3 times in a row. That's what happened.
That's
they had someone
together. But
so got Paul Heyman out there saying there's going to be a battle royal to decide who's going to face Brock Lesnar in SummerSlam. But before all that, there was a whole bunch of stuff going on. There was the promo god himself, Samoa Joe.
Okay, Evan, what kind of tablet is this?
Girl, we doing a show right now, girl.
I know.
iPad.
Shut up. It's just fancy. I mean,
That's right.
We look at for sponsors.
content.
I just want to shout out the sponsor. That's a nice tablet.
We know there ain't no sponsors going on right now.
Well, you never know. Shout out to Apple. We need some Apple stuff.
We can definitely shout out Apple. What's up?
We couldn't even keep an energy drink.
We had the promo god himself come out, Samoa Joe versus Finn Balor. Finn Balor's in a little bit of a losing streak, just a little bit. All of a sudden, Fergal can't get a dub. Samoa Joe gets the dub. Fergal beats the brakes off Samoa Joe. What say you about the match? TK Trinidad, what's going on with Samoa Joe? What the hell's happening?
Joe's, his promo, like
the promo god.
If he's not teaching a class, then he needs to be teaching
Real
a class.
talk.
Like his he
real.
can do a promo from 30 seconds to 2 minutes to 5 minutes and tell a whole story. Like he did today, he did it for 30 seconds, and then his facial expressions after he did it was just like,
"Come on,
I will eat you alive and your kids." It was amazing. It was so his
TK's family values.
Doesn't matter.
Absentee dads eating their kids.
But he's it's real. That's real.
Let me
talk,
ask
though.
you guys. Does it matter? He's so good, but he's never going to get over. That's the point. Every time we think he's going to get over, they just have Kofi go over cleanly on him last night. Completely the opposite of what should have happened.
Here's the thing, though. With Samoa Joe, whether he goes...
He'll always be mid-Carter even at his worst because he's so good.
There's different versions of going over. Samoa Joe gets emotions either way. No matter where, no matter who
we're talking about
against.
a superstar here.
100%.
A guy that should be on the top with the main title. Okay, not a guy that's always booked as like, well, he could get there, but he never will.
No, but
he's the new Ziggler.
But this is the thing. But that's the thing. No, with Ziggler though, he comes out. Sometimes people don't care. With Samoa Joe, regardless, when he comes out, no matter who he's going against, they either hate him or love him, but there's still emotion either way.
Payoff eventually.
He makes them care.
We need a payoff. You don't want to become the... like the Braves of the 90s and stuff, constantly getting to a championship and never winning it. You don't want to become one of those.
Yes and
you don't
no.
want to become
but
that.
if you look at certain wrestlers, it doesn't matter. With Samoa Joe, he's in that type
but
of wrestler.
But it does matter because he's good enough to be that champion. The Buffalo Bills were good too. You know what I mean?
But the Buffalo Bills, because I was a Buffalo Bills fan being from Toronto. The Buffalo Bills, some people could care less. If Buffalo Bills in certain years, if they never even showed up in the NFL, people won't even miss them. With Samoa Joe, he's that go either way. He has emotions. There's some wrestlers that have that.
Do you think the casual crowd cares, or we care because we know how good he is? I think some don't care, or they don't have that response for it. I think you're giving too much credit that he gets such heat or such crowd reaction. I don't think he does.
Yeah, I'm coming from a place
it's the purists and people who know how good he is.
That's where I'm coming from. But I don't know about Joe, man. When it comes to certain things, I know the rumors are true. Fergal's taking time off, so by him doing the build up with Bray, it's reestablish Bray. He's going to take the L to Bray, go on his vacation. It's going to set Bray up and hopefully on a winning streak. So as far as Finn, I think that's what's going to happen with Finn. I think because he deserves some time off. Go back to Ireland. You know what I mean?
Don't come back unless you're getting booked well.
Chill a little bit. As far as Joe goes, I don't know what happens to Samoa Joe, man. Where do they go from here?
Where do you go from now? Now he's got to go though. He was fighting for the championship, and now what are you going to do? You're not going to put him again in a title contention, top 10. They took away the U.S. title. We said, they're going to take away the U.S. title because he's going to be pushed for the main title, right? For the world championship, WWE championship, whatever it is.
Right.
And now what? They took away the U.S. title. He lost his shot. He got pinned cleanly. Where do you go now?
But this
he's
is what
going
I'm saying.
backwards.
This is what makes a great wrestler. Whether box office or not, with him, no matter who you put him up against, he figures out a storyline.
He does. He figures it out, man.
No matter, I get it. He deserves more. I understand that, but there's certain wrestlers where I know you like Baron Corbin.
I love Baron Corbin.
However, with him, if he don't show up, people. Okay.
Yeah.
What people are you talking about? I would care.
I'm just saying that everybody that Samoa Joe has gone against, that when he's presented the opportunity, he creates something. Like I'm going back to
because he's that. That's how good he is. He's that good to do that.
Unbelievable.
He was at their house, like.
Yeah. He's that good to do it though. That's his natural skill.
That's what I'm saying.
It's not even
though.
the booking.
For sure. Yeah, so getting onto that, it's been a long time anticipating, a whole bunch of nonsense, a whole bunch of hoopla, Firefly, Funhouse, all that nonsense. But Bray Wyatt is finally made his appearance tonight. The sister Abigail on poor Fergal. Fergal got laid out, beat the brakes off him real quick, dusted him off real quick. A lot of strobe lights, a lot of theatricality and deception. Shout out to Bane, Dark Knight Rises. He was all theatricality and deception. My favorite part of the movie. But anyway, so Flobo D.
Yo.
Okay. What's going to happen with Bray Wyatt? Is this the start of something big?
Yeah.
The fans gave it the holy S chant. So
Sure.
without him doing anything but his sister Abigail,
Right.
they're excited.
Is that still Sister Abigail?
You know what I mean? Yeah. So like they're excited. What say you?
So yes, you got Finn doing the whole like the light thing happen and the music goes out. Two things could probably happen. Was Bray Wyatt was going to be the club. Good thing it wasn't the club for it because I don't think that's a good idea. Bray Wyatt comes out finally after 8 weeks of videos, after 2 weeks of putting puppets everywhere. Here's a guy, he's on full-on Joker mode, pastes it on his face, giving his sister Abigail. It makes sense that he's the first target because leading up to this, he was all over Twitter apologizing to people that he'd done wrong and vice versa. You went out to Rockers, you called him Dwayne, about saying, hey man, sorry for calling me out for being someone who loves donuts or whatever. It's the perfect first feud for Finn. He can make anyone look good, that we know how vicious Bray is. The thing I have a question mark on, is it going to be the Fiend the entire time or is it going to be the split personality thing? I think that's way more important to get that part across too.
Could it be split personality promo-wise?
It could work.
Oh, that's
if you
that
give him the time and room to, yeah.
Is he going to keep the mask on the whole time, you think?
He can't. We saw too many promos that sold him as a character without the mask. I'm more interested in that character than a mask character. How many mask characters we've seen? We've seen so many gimmick characters. Let me see that whatever Mr. Rogers-like character, which is far more interesting because he's so unpredictable versus the masked.
Unless you see the Mr. Rogers character backstage. And then there's like almost like a break, like something
they
that
can
pushes
play around
him.
with it.
Right.
They could.
Yeah.
It should be an even split.
I just don't want to turn into like the next Festus, you know what I'm saying? Where he's just one goofy guy and the bell rings and he turns into the evil fiend.
Yeah,
that'd be too cheesy.
I don't think they're gonna do that. But I've seen Stranger Things, man. Shout out to Stranger Things. Pretty good. Season 3, man, was fire. Yeah, I thought it was pretty good.
Okay, cool.
Still got the same elements. Everybody's pretty funny.
For sure.
Shout out to Scarface. It was a good movie too.
Yeah, that movie is fine. Millie Bobby Brown is she's gonna be a superstar one day. So she's already is, but she's gonna be like the next. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Main chick.
You guys are like Netflix and chill night here.
I'm not the biggest Netflix fan. Netflix is charging too much money, man. So I don't be ranting and raving about Netflix like everybody else.
Shout out to Apple though.
Yeah, shout out to Apple products. No, Zack Ryder sighting. Extra read all about it. Zack Ryder came out because he's from Long Island.
I like Zack Ryder, man.
IZ.
I like him.
Hot garbage.
Like I said,
of course you think he's garbage, right?
The thing is, but he wasn't though. Like I said, he got buried for being ahead of his time. He got buried. He was at the forefront of the WWE YouTube thing.
Absolutely.
And they killed him for it.
Absolutely.
And guess what WWE does now? YouTube, WWE's done.
Well, you should work for their production. You should work in offices and Stanford.
He got over.
Because he can't get over in a ring.
But he got over. He got over on the internet, and that would have translated to the ring because he can wrestle, man. Right. He can wrestle. He's always in shape. He's always in shape. He can wrestle.
Always go to Disneyland.
They got in their feelings, man, and they got mad because he didn't do it their way, and they crushed him for it.
Hold on.
Yeah, I know, bro. I know.
You're gonna say Zack Ryder is bland, boring,
and like Baron Corbin,
You playing Baron Corbin's music?
Baron Corbin's so over by natural charisma.
He came in as an
natural charisma.
He put himself once or over twice. He was out there doing the Long Island Z, Tuesday Hollywood Story. Then the last
You're wasting valuable moments talking about Zack
No,
Ryder.
this is good. I'm telling you, there is somebody who has that time, that has that build. It never slacked off. It never got released. That should say you something. But yet Baron Corbin walks around tugging at his vest and losing matches and still gets more and more opportunities.
Right,
but
he's a star.
This
That's
guy,
box office.
No,
right
he's
there.
not a star in box office.
You saw that they boozed that ring down when they announced him today. I mean, the crowd. You were talking about crowd reactions. People care about Baron Corbin.
So let's say you're right about what you're saying. Yeah. Why was like the probably top three biggest pop of WrestleManias when Zack Ryder won the Intercontinental Championship?
Because of the marks.
No. See, WrestleMania is not marks, and WrestleMania is the Super Bowl of wrestling. Yeah. Why was that damn near the loudest pop of the night?
It's the first thing that happened that night before they turned on the fireworks. Would have gotten a bigger pop if they did that first.
Bro.
So it's like, we're strutting out some,
I was there live, bro. The crowd was blown away when he won that match.
WrestleMania is about to start, so it's an exciting time.
Come on, man.
Do you think that they're just not giving him enough?
No, he doesn't need anything because he just can't get over it. He's been there too long.
They haven't given him a chance, though.
He's had enough chance. Every time he's in a ring, he's just
damn
waste of time.
When's the last time you saw him in the ring?
I'm sorry, Zach. I tried.
Put me in the ring. I guarantee I'd get over more than he would.
Put you in the ring?
Yeah. I bet you I could destroy him on a mic.
Donna's Key says Ryder is better
thank
than
you so
Corbin.
much.
No, I would.
He said Donna's Key says, Ryder is better than Corbin. That's what Mr.
Who said that?
Donna's
Who said
Key
that?
was
Who
really
said that?
good.
Don ST?
Key.
Donna's Geek.
Well, he doesn't have the key to this kingdom right here.
Man, cut a promo, man.
Oh my goodness.
Cut a promo on our fans.
Don
I'm
ST,
sorry,
you're at
Zach.
home. Keep on doing that. You're doing the right thing. You're logged in. Subscribe right now
Cut a
to us.
promo.
Oh, that actual promo.
No, cut it, baby. Good,
Subscribe
cut
to
it.
us right now. Comment. This is one thing you can contribute and do well right here with this show. So let's interact. Let's hear some foolish thoughts. It's all good in this hood. So keep it, bring it up. If you're listening somewhere, you can't get to a computer. You don't have a tablet like Mac does. You know what I mean? You're just riding in the car right now. Someone's driving you on. Tell the dude in the Uber or Lyft or whatever. You know, to get onto iTunes. You can 5-star rate it. You can comment there if you like to. You know, you can get a hold and share your thoughts. Because everyone likes sharing their thoughts, even though a lot of times there aren't the best ones. But it's an open forum. Thank you for your subscription.
Speaking of that, man, can you please cue the boudoir, man? Please,
Oh, ready?
man,
Cool,
please.
cool.
Yeah, middle of the road, baby. Hey.
Oh my gosh.
Man, he wore the button down today, too. Busting it open for all you haters.
Oh my goodness.
Don't get nothing on you. He was close to bang that guy. He was close. He was hair trigger.
Oh, I have something to say. Go on.
TK Trinidad, who is in that the wonderful, beautiful boudoir?
Today's Boudoir is brought to you by Center In.
Yes.
Skincare and candles. If you are listening to AfterBuzz on any platform, you can go to centerincompany.com, put in AfterBuzz TV in the promo code, and you get a discount on cocoa butter, body scrubs, candles, all that good stuff. So in the boudoir today, the Usos. Yo, I think if you watched, why are you laughing?
Oh, so it was Samoans.
Yeah.
It was the Samoans.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Simone's generally, yeah. But if you watched, I think of 2017, we did an interview where he was talking about like losing weight and changing his whole diet, and now they hit this point where they just walk around with their shirts off. So kudos to them.
For you, TK.
Props.
Just for you.
Yeah.
Zack Ryder.
Oh, hell.
Yes, yes. Oh, he's a specimen, man.
He is.
He's good. Yeah.
Zack Ryder looks good. He's staying in shape. The good thing about him and that mentality is
always ready.
He's always ready.
Always ready.
Yep.
So say when they call him up, he can't be like, "Damn, I've been
someone's
slacking."
got to be in shape to run after a 24/7 title. In the back.
Wow.
But go ahead. He's in good shape. I'll say that. He is in
Intercontinental
good shape.
champion.
I know.
Wow.
He's in good shape. I'll give
And
that.
Cedric Alexander. And then also
cool.
shout out to Cedric's wife, Ariel Monroe. She just
Bootay.
celebrated birthday, so happy birthday to Ariel.
All right, let's get the whoa. Let's get the boudoir right here.
I thought he was in the
Camera
show.
ready.
Yeah,
Okay.
why? What?
Listen, no, nobody's doing that. This is a special shot.
Moving
This is a
on.
special shout out.
Moving on.
I had it. No.
Next,
This was a
moving
busy
on.
weekend.
Because
This
it's
was a busy-
TK's boudoir. We're putting, look. We are putting a pin into this. I have let you guide for way too long, Jim. I was being nice, Jim. Just because I'm Canadian, I was being nice. But now you going to way too. I changed my birth season for you to interact with individuals just for you. You have gone far enough. Today is done. We're moving
not
on.
done. We are
Next.
not done.
Who are we talking about next?
We're
Evan?
going to
Fatal
Who are we
four-way.
next?
We're not doing a roster.
Who
You
are
don't
we
want to
talking
start
about
a
next,
feud
Evan?
here on this.
Who are we talking about next? Evan?
No,
Fatal four-way
No.
women. Alexa Bliss.
I'm going to sabotage this until I get the boudoir.
Naomi.
Yeah, shots Naomi.
No.
Nikki Cross was around.
Nikki Cross.
The Queen of Staten Island.
None of them.
And who else was up? Oh, and Natty. Natty, the veteran, the legend.
None of
Yes.
The females.
Alexa Bliss.
I just want to say, y'all
Mandy
made this sound a little
Rose.
salty. I hope you're happy. As I'm
Ooh,
just in the
okay,
salt.
listen. Okay, we had the fatal four-way, right?
Yeah.
We had women on doing their thing. It was a elimination thing. This is to see who's going to go against Becky Lynch at SummerSlam. The crowd turned on the match. I have a couple of reasons why I think they did. I thought it went longer than they thought it would go. A little bit of disrespect towards the women. TK, let me get your first thoughts on the match, and also why do you think different crowds, certain crowds would turn on a match like that when women are getting over a little bit?
Well, here's the problem. So we've been seeing Becky and Lacey for
Over and over
weeks,
again, yep.
over and over again, right? We haven't seen these ladies in a minute. Now all of a sudden you want to give a 30-minute match, and we haven't seen that, like at least build up to it. It's like, okay, well, why are we invested in this? You're not giving a storyline. Like, we are familiar with all these ladies, but you've hid them in the locker room for so long. Now you're gonna put them in a 30-minute match, and this is not what you necessarily expected when you came to watch it.
It was
live.
a minute. It was a long match, Flo. But why do you think? First, what do you think of the match? Do you think of the winner? What do you? I know it's a Canada thing, and I get it. It doesn't mean she doesn't deserve it. That's Natty. She's going to be the person that's going to be the permanent mainstay in the Performance Center, making sure all these women are polished.
We
need that. First Battle Hall of Famer. It's not about who deserves it. It's weird.
Sure.
But what did you think about the match? And then what do you think about when crowds turn on, stuff like that? Men or women?
Yeah. The crowds. I'll get to the crowd second. But the match was okay. I didn't like the fact they had too much theatrics with Alexa. Right. So going into this match, we weren't sure how much Alexa was going to put in with the whole Nikki Cross thing, if she's really injured or if she's just playing a character, and having her come in almost like sabotage the entire match, because Carmella got eliminated really quickly. She put the work in. Naomi and Natalya did the majority of the match, and Naomi didn't even get to the finals. So now you have Natalya, who is a fantastic talent, but always a perennial bridesmaid, quote unquote, winning the match, but it just seemed like it was a bizarro kind of world. No discredit to anyone, but it did last 3 whole segments, and it was kind of expected, especially when you think of how easily Carmella got thrown out. It was like, oh, I thought it was done, and it's not. And so Becky comes in, and instead of saying, hey, look, you're my next challenger, I appreciate this, it became this confrontational, I'm going to beat you up. And I was like, well, who am I rooting for now? Because our champion is being all heelish, and the person who's like, you're my friend, has to be heelish too. So it was kind of an odd feeling all around.
Jim, your thoughts?
No one was supposed to be in that match that deserved really a title shot the way they were booked. Probably Alexa. I mean, listen, who could conceivably beat Becky Lynch? Alexa, right? Out of them. No way in hell is Carmella doing it, Natalya, or anyone. You know what I mean? And even Naomi, because she hasn't been booked that way. Maybe when she got moved over to Raw, when she had that hot streak, I can buy that. Not now. It's like, it's kind of, you just know Becky's going to go over, and it's just going to be another fly-by match.
So, huh?
Throw Natalya a bone, why not? Let her get a title match at her hometown.
Well,
she's put into work over the years. But no one else was, who else was, I guess, worthy enough to get that push?
Yeah. And she's going to put in a good match. She's going to put in, and stranger things have happened.
Yeah.
She could get the dub straight. Would you be super shocked?
No.
Maybe? If she's badly...
Yes. Well, here's the thing. I'm just annoyed because Lacey Evans should be champion right now, first of all.
I don't even want to talk about that tonight.
We're talking about them scrambling to find someone and people not caring.
Got a star.
And all that. Because you had a star and you trashed it.
It's going to be probably her and Charlotte, though.
I would think so, yeah.
But
that's the only way you can salvage it.
She's going to take another L.
But that's the problem. But that's the problem. You've been pushing Lacey, you've been pushing Charlotte, you've been pushing Becky, but now
you invest in Lacey and then just to
right, and now you put everybody else. Natalya, you can't. How are you gonna get behind these people if you haven't given them anything since WrestleMania?
That's what I mean. It's all about build, right? It's all about building, not just throwing it in there. That's my problem with booking a lot of times. Street Profits, we don't see them suddenly tag champions showing up on Raw. Build these guys so we can invest in them. We can either get on board or not, at least show them that you're investing in them, not just throwing them in there and expect magic to happen right away.
Hold on, Zeno, you don't agree Lacey Evans is champion? What do you mean, what the hell? You don't agree?
It's in his hour
Come
to
on,
talk.
No, Lacey is very polarizing. I agree with all of you. I think she's a star. I agree with you with this counterpoint saying she's too fast. She's kind of awkward in getting in the ring, you know?
We got to put that too fast stuff to bed. We got to put that to bed once and for all. This is what, because I hate that. I used to be like that too. Ronda was the one thing, because Ronda wasn't polished enough to get the title. So that was one thing. That was from a don't hurt nobody in the ring standpoint. I said, Sheamus should have put all that to bed.
Okay.
Because when he won as fast as he did, people were like, I buy this.
Yeah,
they bought it.
That's a Cena thing, though. I really think Cena helped out with it.
What was that again?
That was a Cena thing, though.
Say that one more time.
That was a Cena thing. I agree with you before.
Go.
Okay. But Becky is not John Cena.
You just mentioned the goat. I got chills. You said that. Who's that? Say it again. Say that one more time.
It was a Cena thing.
Becky was not. Becky wasn't John Cena.
Becky's not John Cena. And so you have these matches which are great, but they're not the same thing as, oh my gosh, he's making a star.
But I'm just saying, too fast. I don't think things applies if somebody is box office. It's like, I'm sorry. Yeah. Like he's box office. No, listen. I'm just, all jokes aside, like I know when people say that, but does it really? If Lacey would have really won last night, would you say it was too fast, or you'd be like,
hell
damn?
No. She came out so strong out of the gate when
That's
they booked
what I'm
her.
saying. She
They would have just
strong.
continued. You know what I mean? Like that was just such a natural progression. They did it first time. Okay, second time better yet. No, third time was it. That was literally not only losing her chance, but she had to go over.
The way they try to protect her, Jim, is like she didn't get pinned.
It doesn't matter. That doesn't matter.
That's their thought process.
But that doesn't protect anything because she had two other chances that she got cleanly pinned.
Right.
She lost with no reason to even have a third match.
She tapped out twice.
It's not from D-Bear and Corbin who, created that third match.
Well, I mean, both are saying Lacey's getting pushed way too soon. It's like they actually did.
No.
Her push was actually very
gradual build.
They gave her
She came out, waved, and turned around. There wasn't no. That's all she did. What do you mean too soon? It was for months.
Yeah,
right.
There's no women's mid card.
She did that in WrestleMania.
Yeah. She waved and went back. Waved and went back. Then she came out and made her
They
statement.
plan her in our minds that she's around the corner. And then
when you get caught up in thinking someone's gonna get stuff too soon, but at the same time you can't name these people on this list. And I ain't trying to hear Chelsea Green. I ain't trying to hear about none of that stuff like that. I'm talking about when somebody walks out in that ring and they have a polished character, already got mic presence. That's what people understand, man. This is why she's getting pushed. Have you seen this one? She's an athlete. She's a damn soldier.
Yeah,
she's
total
not,
package.
This is not barbecue chicken I'm talking about here. This is Lacey Evans guys, you gotta understand something. She what I try to explain to Marks and fans alike, Lacey Evans don't grow on trees, man. She has pedigree. She's tall. She's in shape. She's fit. She has the mic presence.
She's box office.
She goes high risk. She does stuff on the top, bro. She can wrestle. She punched Becky in the face.
Listen, she's got every skill that's better than Becky. If we did a checklist of like, if you're putting a comparison, she gets checked over Becky every time.
What sounds, all jokes aside, what does sound more interesting? Charlotte, Lacey Evans, Becky Lynch, Natalia.
Let me guess. Charlotte, Lacey Evans.
Yeah, for sure.
But that's what I'm saying. Why do you think that is? Because aesthetically, your mind's like, damn,
they're protecting
that's dope.
Becky. They're protecting Becky.
It's aesthetic. That's one of the things. But because Charlotte's never left our minds. Like Charlotte, we see Charlotte all the time. We know how Charlotte's built. They've been building Lacey for this period of time as well. We haven't seen Natalia in a minute. So we don't even know what
Natalia is a substitute. She's like a substitute teacher. When
hold on, she's a little more than that.
Yeah, I mean she has. Yeah.
What do you mean?
She's a little more than that.
Like a reliable substitute teacher that the schools are.
Do what everyone likes when the classmate's like, yeah, she's here.
Yeah.
We had before I move on to the 6-man tags and stuff like that, 24 hour 24/7 title. Are you guys still on board with it?
I mean, it's entertaining on the web, and the little bits are entertaining. I mean, we know what we know. It's gonna be taken as a joke. So it just is what it is. And the little bits it's giving people that we haven't seen.
I will give it that.
Something.
I'll give it that for sure.
At least as long as they don't draw it like where it's long segments. Or they're doing something like...
Tonight was too long for me.
So they could have shortened it up a little bit and made a little thing with it. Like, I don't mind it, but they can't make it long segments because, like, we know it's a joke. So
to your question, am I still with it? The answer is yes, but this chapter has to be over. Like, this maybe you can have R-Truth in the back somewhere, but the Drake Maverick thing and his wife...
How long are you going to
It's over. You got married and
you broke up the consummation and everything.
Yeah, constipation is what R-Truth calls it. Give me some of another character.
I was like...
He calls it,
I'm just saying, where do you go from the consummation, the marriage, like cock blocking that thing?
A new challenger. I don't care if it does matter. It doesn't matter who it is. It just can't be that kind of comedy like I can't get with my girlfriend or I can't get in the car.
We gotta stop that. We gotta stop that
for sure.
What about you, Jim? Like, are you still on board?
What's the long-term plan? I always ask the same question. What's the end game? What's kind of the long-term plan? Right now, they're living for week to week, right, with these two. But it's gonna come a point really quick, like the Bray Wyatt promos. We need to see something else, or it goes somewhere. I don't know how far these two can go, and it's getting to that expiration time.
I say it before and I say it again. If you want to make
someone legitimate,
if you want to make a young star, if you want to establish a young star, you have him take that belt and go in the middle of the ring and says, "No one will be beating me,"
and destroy everyone who comes on,
and legitimately beat everybody. Like I will be holding this 24/7.
Where they're scared to attack him.
And
how about that?
That's what I'm trying to say. Stop messing around and stop making it a joke. That's a legitimate title. If you have somebody and you build them up, like I don't give a damn as the Velveteen Dream. I don't care who it is.
Ricochet would be good for this.
He would, but he doesn't have the personality.
His character is not.
I mean, somebody just and come in that middle of that ring and by like put it like this. I wish it wasn't beneath him, but Samoa Joe can make that the greatest title ever.
Oh yeah,
he could be like but it's beneath him because he's a world champion to me. Yeah. But I'm just saying, somebody with that kind of swag to be like, you will not take this.
Hey, here's a guy you guys love, Keith Lee.
If you bring him up, yeah.
If you bring him up,
yeah, bring him up. That's.
I need him to cut a promo like, yo, all y'all in the back. I wish you would come out here.
That's how I would like him booked. You guys said the comedy thing, but no, that's how you can book him as legitimate and tough. And
he can still be that teddy bear and still do that because it's like he could use the fact that he's been in the game for years before he was even signed to WWE, and he's like, yo, I beat half of you before you even got here. I'm gonna beat you while you're here. Like, bring it. So you could definitely do it that way, but
quick thoughts on what's happening. It looks like SummerSlam, Ziggy and Miz.
Yeah,
what do you think about that?
I'm actually on board. Cool. I think it was the fact that Dolph came out and was like, "Yeah, Miz, what are you doing?"
Cut a pretty good promo.
Cut a good promo. He was really wearing a Long Island is awesome shirt, which if you've been to Long Island, it ain't that awesome. So I was like, I want to see this.
Shots fired at Long Island.
Damn,
Brooklyn's finest is coming hard.
I'll let you know.
Jim, what are you thinking? Quick thoughts on that? Do you?
Well, here's the thing. Once again, Miz has been on a losing streak. His push has been derailed. Ziggler just jobbed last night to Kevin Owens. That was a bad look. Because I get losing to Kofi and having that feud go on, but when you lose with one move when the bell rings, I don't care if you're Ziggler or whoever you are. That's not a good look. Ever. So once again, you're killing a guy's push who was over after he came back after a while. I just don't care about this match, even though I should. I should care about it because these two guys can work. You're great on the mic. They're legitimate. They should be both pushed separately, but they're throwing out. It's like, hey, the guy who can go get over a little bit better because both of you aren't.
Yeah,
right
it'll
now.
be like the third or fourth match at SummerSlam.
Sucks that it's not more at stake.
What do you think?
I don't know. It feels like since Ziggler got that contract that I can't take. No, I can't take him seriously, but it's just kind of like they pretty much begged him to be there. They gave him everything he wants, and like he's just doing
chilling.
He's chilling.
That check is fat, man.
It's like he's not even. He's better than just sitting on the bench. It's like you just come once in a while. Like we want you.
Yeah. Right.
So knowing that that's how his contract is set up, it's like whether I see him or not. Subconsciously, I know you're good.
Wrestling's like breathing to him, so that's nothing to Zig. Zig can go. I'm saying he's a workhorse.
Yeah, and we all know that.
And he wants to be a comedian, though. Bad.
Hey, that's his first partner for comedy sets.
But that's his first passion. You know what I mean? Put like this, I would say those two passions go hand in hand. But he likes to do both, and he's coasting a little bit right now. He's in the Orton mode, but he's just not as good as Orton. No, just no disrespect. Question. He's just not as good as Orton. Wrestling wise, he can go, but Orton just
he's never gotten over like Orton, and then even
he had that baby moment when he cashed in on Alberto, one of the greatest cash-ins of all time, top 5 in my opinion, the greatest cash-ins of all time. I was there. Crowd literally had like an aneurysm when that music dropped. AJ, Big E came out. It was aesthetically just beautiful, and it wasn't a one-off. It was a whole mini match. He worked on the angle. That's when I was like, that dude's over. Then they were like, beep, 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 beep.
And we know what happened.
That's when they wanted him to drop the belt. The belt should have got dropped by Big E. They should have had a feud, but I don't want to get into it. That should have been Big E's moment right there, but it's okay.
Charlene asks if Ziggler has like a Brock-like contract. It's not like a Brock-like contract.
Because nobody got a Brock-like contract.
Yeah, but it's a good. I can't remember how many years, but it's a multi-year contract.
Yes.
He was able to. He doesn't have to travel as much, and he could do his comedy. Like it was essentially, he was on the verge of going, and they paid him a ridiculous amount of money to stay.
And I believe he earned it. Y'all been working. Y'all been working me, and I'm taking all these L's, and you don't want me to walk. You want me to still be this guy to put on 5-star matches. So I want this, and this. People don't understand when you work up to get that kind of thing, and you get to give caveats. Give them.
Right.
Give caveats because you've worked, and anybody knows a little bit about wrestling knows that work schedule is unlike anything in the world.
Absolutely.
So you get to make them little caveats. I get this much time off. I can go do this right here. I can take time off. Then you make it happen, and I get a raise. You do. So I don't fault him for that, but I do know why he's probably like, yo, I'm chilling right now.
Yeah. It's like he's better on the bench. he's better than the guys on the bench wanting to play.
There you go.
He sits on the bench and the coach is like, you want to play?
Oh my!
All right, I'll put in 5 minutes.
I'll put in 5 minutes. Yeah.
All right, now I can sit back. All right, cool. Like that's the type of contract that he has, and that's that is an amazing contract.
If you're into that, if you don't care to play.
So we had the club versus Lucha House Party. That match went way longer than I thought it was supposed to go. The club eventually gets the dub.
House Party, man.
I said shout out to the Lucha House
They
Party.
got pictures on someone or videos on someone.
So I will get somebody. They got they blackmailing somebody.
they do.
Listen, Lucha House Party. Listen, man. Listen. I look, cause I'm all about Lucha Libres right now. I'm all about the luchadors. I'm all about the luchadors, man. I'm about. But listen, y'all gotta stop this, man. Y'all gotta stop it. Y'all stop bringing out these lawnmowers and these pinatas and all this other nonsense, man. Listen, man, you know what I'm talking. You know what I'm talking. You know where I'm going. See, the fact that you walked into that is how I know that y'all better stop. Y'all better stop this nonsense. Well, anyways, club get the dub. They still on the high street. My whole faction thing is happening.
I like that.
Usos going on.
Can I just say how lame it is? It took them that long to beat Lucha House Party.
It took way too long.
It was like, for real? Yeah, the club.
Lawrence Sullivan beat him faster than that. But listen, so we had another 6-man tag match, much more higher quality. He had the Revival, Bobby Roode, which is very interesting, versus the great and powerful Ricochet, and the all-time great Usos. It was nice.
Yes.
It was nice.
They look nice too.
It's just good quality match.
Is that what it is now with Ricochet? Because he wins the U.S. title.
Wait a
He's on a
minute,
high
wait a
for a few
minute.
weeks, and
Here
now
you
he's back
go.
to the bottom. Is that what it is now?
He's still feuding
No
with
man's
him.
territory
He's
again.
still feuding for it. Because he balled with AJ like once but twice.
He dropped the title.
Dropped
I mean, after what?
He dropped it
2
to like
weeks?
a wrestling god, though.
After true, but he dropped it after 2 weeks. That feud, like I said, proven point again. Like I always prove it right. He should have never had that feud start. When we talked that night,
we definitely agree with that.
You know, that was the thing.
You don't get to be Samoa Joe, bro. You don't get to do that.
You don't get that feud on that Monday night when those two main events back to back. Should have never started that feud with AJ. That was the wrong guy to put him against. Because you know there's no end game there. You know AJ has to go over, and you put that title match,
and not necessarily because they've been booking Ricochet really well. So not necessarily he has to go over, but if he wouldn't have went over, then where's AJ go?
You had to get AJ, especially now with the club. He has to go over everyone. So you knew he is in no man's territory. He was set up to fail on that.
So so we got Cedric Alexander beats Drew McIntyre. Now we got 3 minutes and 35 seconds left, y'all. Listen, we're gonna have to wrap it up soon, but because I still got the main event to talk about. But listen, Cedric Alexander, I'll be remiss if I didn't say that Cedric Alexander beat Drew McIntyre clean as a chitlin, as my daddy would say, clean.
I'm gonna walk off and not even dance, just walk out of here.
And I thought about you when he got the dub. Now listen, you know how I feel about Drew McIntyre. I'm on the show enough when I talk about where I think Drew McIntyre should be, but we only need to talk about what I think. Good for Cedric Alexander. Good for him.
Doesn't even matter.
He was in the BMP.
I know they announced that he was coming up to Raw, and then we saw him for almost 2 seconds.
Monroe called it. She said things are coming. Clearly, maybe she didn't know this was coming. Is this just a one-off? Is this gonna be a weird SummerSlam match? What
weird.
the hell is going on?
Stop. Yeah, that's not good.
What say you, panel?
No.
This is trash.
Cedric Alexander is definitely having more time, and he's going to be able to integral part that mid card. They're building up the U.S. title division. I'm not sure if having Drew McIntyre be the one to take the first pin, but that's a way to get people talking about him.
Let's get Drew getting over guys who don't matter. You know, that's great. Let's do that. Let's give the biggest star, top 5 star in the company, the way he should be booked. Let's have him put over guys that are jobbers that have been chasing around in the parking lots that 24/7 title. Yeah, that's smart.
Okay, but Drew McIntyre would have been hot a year ago.
Drew McIntyre's hot all the time. Okay, and everyone, you know what I mean? Like, this guy should be on top of the business. I'm saying over. Listen, look-wise, he's got it there. Ring-wise, he's got it there. Promo things, he's got it there. That guy is a damn star.
Superstar.
Okay, it's mega star. For him to be going. For him to allow a Cedric Alexander, I'm embarrassed he has my last name even right now because he went over Drew freaking McIntyre. I'm gonna walk out of here.
You see, TK, you don't get the boudoir, gets angry, Jim. This is all you're.
I am pissed today. I am pissed, by the way, today. So yes,
he didn't get his way.
You didn't get Baron Corbin. You got the Mauler Drew McIntyre kind of Jim today.
Well, that's the thing. He had Drew McIntyre. His perfect timing was when he was trying to clear out the locker room and try to make wrestling great again, essentially. And they poo-pooed on that when him and Dolph were together. And he could have still did that. Yep. He could still do that now because he is an athlete. Exactly. I kind of agree with Jim. He is an athlete. He has everything going for him. But then they're like, oh, like we're gonna.
Unreal. I mean, I can't.
So we got listen. You know where I'm at with this because I like that Cedric got a win, but not at Drew McIntyre's expense. Not at his expense. Drew McIntyre to me is OG's box office, man. And listen, I think there's like probably 10 people that I say that are box office in this industry, in that industry. When I say box office, people get a little, they don't misinterpret what I'm trying to say. When I mean he walks in and if he had the belt around his waist, you wouldn't question it.
Yeah.
We wouldn't question it. You know what I mean? If he walked in with that strap, you'd be like, oh, okay, that makes sense.
The lights even turn off. The screen turn off because this is nonsense.
We got this very interesting main event. They didn't leave them with too much time. They had to do a battle royal in like 12 minutes with 10 competitors. Man, they had Corbin and Orton and Lashley and they had Big E, Rollins, and a partridge in a pear tree. They had a whole bunch of people in the ring. People getting tossed out. People I thought that should not gotten tossed out. Seth Rollins gets the dub. They had a rematch going on with Brock Lesnar and Seth Rollins. I thought it was going to be Orton. The crowd wanted it to be Orton. It should have been Big E. Should have been Big E about 8 years ago. But that's neither here nor there.
Should have been Sami Zayn because that was a good guy to put in there.
We're not going to talk about that. So
instead of Samoa Joe or someone like that.
Rollins gets the victory. The rematch. I think they believe people want to see. Maybe this is going to reestablish Brock as like because that was kind of a week where he lost at WrestleMania. Football. What say you about this entire thing?
You know what? I like Seth Rollins and I like the fact that he got to rematch. But SummerSlam should have been someone new, someone fresh blood. Randy Orton was teased. He totally was in the background at Super Showdown or whatever. I think even though that match would have made little sense storyline-wise, the fact that on a poster, Brock Lesnar against Randy Orton, I would have had my money. I would I'll be down to see this. So, a little disappointed there, but I mean, Seth is capable.
Or Orton against Drew.
Cesaro even, I would even see that.
Oh, that'd have been dope.
Yeah.
People would have been like, what? But that'd have been dope. Any thoughts?
How about Drew McIntyre versus Brock Lesnar? Oh wait, he wasn't even involved.
It was
Baron Corbin. That's the right
Xbox
answer
birthday.
here. Okay.
Happy birthday, Xbox.
Happy birthday, Xbox.
Baron Corbin's the right answer.
Yeah, we're just.
Damn.
It's the right answer, man.
Yeah, so that does it for us. Jim, tell the lovely people at home where they can find you, man.
Hey, I need to make a correction. I'm not hating on Long Island. There's actually SmackDown Gabby's from Long Island, so much love. That's probably the best thing from Long Island. Anyways, you can reach me at the Jim Alexander on all social media, and yeah, you know where to find me. What's up? I'm pissed today, so go on.
Floppy dope.
I'm like Jim, I show my ass. Afflo Voice on Twitter, AfloBeto on Instagram, AfloBeto.com. This Thursday at San Diego Comic-Con, I'll be there. Not So Strange Bedfellow panel. Come on out for some pictures and have a good time with your boy Flo Beto.
Shout out to Barry Mack. Shout out to Heidi Mack. Shout out to Apple Mac. Send me a Mac. SaturatingCompany.com if you want some body scrubs, cocoa butter, all that good stuff. You can go to TKTrinidad.com. All that good stuff. My birth season's still going. If you want to send me money, go on Venmo, TK Trinidad. Other than that, you can find me on everything on Instagram. At TK Trinidad, and shout out to Gabby on SmackDown and Rosenberg from SmackDown.
Oh yeah, Rosenberg. Just bring it.
Oh, yo, every T-Mac Instagram and Twitter. Shout out to the whole crew, man. Zena Lauer and Murph, Charlene, DJ Zip. Monge, what's really good, baby boy? Ghost, Dylan,
Bosa.
Joseph, Bosa, Johan Pena.
How
far forgot you, man. I'm the worst. Marie, what's good, baby? Haywood Wong, Zena Lauer, King Kev. DJ Sip,
that's enough Mark.
Farmer Nick,
Yo, send me some vegetables.
Hugo from Portugal.
Hey, some good people.
I'll see y'all next week, man. Oh, Nostalgia Show.
Rosenberg, what's up? Come here.
Our founder, Kevin Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.